So first of all, thank you so much for being here.
No
And
problem.
yeah, so why don't we get started by you tell us a little bit more about your background, like what you do and how long you've been dealing with your chronic lower back problem.
All right, so I'm a firefighter at Arizona. I work in Arizona. Um, 2000 got hired 2004. 2009, I had a ruptured L4, and that caused a lot of problems. I was out from work maybe 7 months. Thought I was going to lose my career. Um, was going through physical therapy. I got to a point where I was able to get back to work, but it's been a issue ever since. I've had some issues with my lower back, my mid back. Um, I just kind of worked through the pain and I got better, but still not 100% to where I was before, right? That probably was caused by bad posture, poor lifting techniques, just not taking care of my body, um, and not having the knowledge that I have now. But that's a little bit on my background and my issues with my low back. The last MRI that they took a couple years ago, maybe like 6, 7 years ago, showed that I had some disc degeneration on my L5 area, L4, and that's just from the chronic inflammation. So that's a little bit on my background and what I've been going through. I could do everything, but sometimes pain was an issue and a lot of stiffness and just being worried about getting hurt again, always in the back of my mind.
Yeah, so what would you say your pain level before and what about right now?
3, 4. I have my good days, bad days, good weeks, bad weeks. So a little bit of a roller coaster. Um, a lot of stiffness on my L5 area, right where my waistline is.
What about right now?
Right now, I got no pain. No pain. It's been a gradual change, but it's been like positive gradually, like until I reflect on it. It's like, oh wow, I got no pain, right? So I feel a lot better, a lot more mobility, but a lot better. No pain. I haven't had pain maybe in about 2 to 3 weeks.
So what would you say the biggest difference between all the exercise we do versus all the exercise you do with your physical therapist?
I dealing with the root cause. I know I have, and I can see it on the mirror. I have hips and my pelvis is it's shifted like on one side, and I know that's been an issue for years, but I didn't know how to take care of it or how to manage it. Misaligned in our body, like it's gonna trigger something else, and it's just like a cascade, right? So focusing on the root cause, I think that's really important, and that caught my attention. With the other types of therapies, yeah, I would get better, my muscles would get stronger, I would improve my posture, but still there was that issue in my lower half where everything was it's not where it's supposed to be, and I think that's the big difference, and that's what caught my attention when I saw your videos. Like you were talking things that other therapists didn't really pay attention to. So
Yeah. So now, since you mentioned that, so what would you say your mindset before joining the program? I know you try a lot of things throughout the years, physical therapies, and we talk about your massage therapy,
yeah,
right? So, like, what was your mindset? Are you like pretty skeptical?
um, like yeah, it's like everything, man. You're like not really sure that it's gonna work for you, and some things are like it's too good to be true, but at the other end is like you're not gonna know until you try it. And I was like, man, I got nothing to lose. Um, I, I need to try this because I want to be better. Like, I want to be strong. I want to be able to do my job the best way I can. I want to be able to perform. I want to be able to do the things that I enjoy doing. Um, so I was like, I'm gonna take a chance on it and try it out. And that's what I did, man. But yeah, I was a little bit skeptical.
Yeah.
So, but that's life. You know, you gotta take some risks.
Would you say it's worth it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just that, like I said, it's the changes are not like, oh, the first week I was like, this is kind of silly, right? You're in your mind, like nothing's gonna change. It's like but it's very gradual. All this week I've been working out, I've been working in my yard. I've had no real stiffness in my lower spine. And before, I would like a couple hours in working in the yard, I would be like very stiff for the rest of the day, pain, soreness. Yeah, absolutely, it's worth it. No.
Awesome, man. And I just saw on Instagram you have a little bit small run, right?
Yeah, so we do a pack test, which is a 3 mile, like a arduous fast walk with a weighted vest, 45 pounds. Before, and I hate that test because before when I used to do it, I would feel a lot of pain on my left hip, the way I was stepping, and sometimes on my ankle or my foot, like no pain, a little bit of soreness, but muscle soreness on my legs, but not even. Like I breezed through it, felt really good, and I could tell a difference on the pain afterwards. I felt no pain on my joints. Before, I would feel pain on my left hip and sometimes on an ankle, but it felt pretty good. And I felt good afterwards. Like, yeah, I got no pain after it. So.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And I think inside the program, I also tell you that we have to treat our body as one unit, as one system, right? So not only we're going to train your lower back, but also your knee, your ankle, your upper back along with it, right? So what would you say the importance of training your entire body as one system?
Yeah, I
And
mean, everything's connected. Everything's connected. If it's like a domino effect. If something's out of order in one area, it's probably gonna mess up the next thing to it, and so forth and so on. So I firmly believe like we got to treat ourselves as a whole to get better. So absolutely, I agree with what you say.
yeah, for sure, man. And the other thing we did is we target your human body, we target body asymmetrically, right? So the exercise you do on the right is different than exercise you do on your left. Is that
Yeah,
something that might come across your mind?
I wouldn't have thought that. I would have been like equal on both sides, but I mean, we're not equal on both sides. So, and then like for example, in my case, I'm shifted more towards one side, so that means I would have to work one side differently than the other, right? So that was pretty interesting because I've never heard.
Cool, man. Now, what would you want to say to those people who are maybe listening to this or watching this video right now? They're on the fence of a joining program, but looking for a leg up.
Don't lose faith, and you got to persistence, and try it out. Try this program out. What do you have a lot more to gain than to lose in reality, and there's no price for you feeling better, healthy, less pain or no pain, and be able to do the things that you enjoy doing in life. So I would definitely recommend it to anybody going through a situation similar to mine, because I know how frustrating and how debilitating spine pain and back pain is. If you don't have a spine that's strong or healthy, I mean, you can't do much.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Now, what would you say the life quality perspective as well?
You want to age healthy. That's my goal, like longevity, and I want to be able to like take care of my kids and my grandsons and daughters when I have them, and be healthy as I age and strong and independent. For me, it would be scary to age unhealthy and being um, just not being able to take care of myself. So that's a priority to me. Like, I got to be able to take care of myself. So I got to take care of myself now and fix the things that I can now. So as I get older, I have a little bit of an advantage, right? So
Yeah, for sure, man. Now, is there anything else you want to add at the end?
no, I'm just very pleased, and the changes are so gradual that like on a day you're like not thinking about it, but then when you reflect, it's like, oh wow, I don't have that much pain anymore. I feel better, right? So I wake up better. At the end of the day, I'm not like sore, stiff, so very gradual changes, but they've been they they have been happening. So that's very surprising.
Yeah, and that has been consistent, right?
Yes, that's it. I thank you for showing me this knowledge and guiding me through